You're listening to the Soap Free Podcast, the show that brings you the latest information on soap-free products, trends, and ideas.
Greetings, this is JP at Procyon, and happy to be here with you on this week's podcast. Instead of being technical this week, I wanted to share with you a little personal story from my carpet cleaning training that has stuck with me, and it really has to do with the human element of the cleaning business. And as you know, and I've spoken about frequently, I'm always so impressed by the heart and spirit of the people that work in the cleaning industry. And those people that concern themselves with green cleaning are, of course, especially near and dear to my heart and all of our hearts at Procyon. So what I'd like to share with you is when I went to my first carpet cleaning certification class, I got called out by the instructor. He noted probably that I had thick skin, so he knew he could pick on me a bit. And he saw I was pretty concerned about knowing everything and trying to get 100% on every test segment as we went through the 3-day course. So he said a funny thing to everybody. He said, here's JP, studying hard, getting close to perfect results. But he said, there's a lot of you out there that are getting 70 or 75% on your tests, and you're going to be much more successful in business. He said, because you can know everything technically about what you do, have the most up-to-date information, be an amazing technician. But unless you're wonderful with people, you can still fail miserably in the business. So toward that end, and I guess, I hope he was teasing because I think I'm a pretty nice guy. But it did get me to double down on the idea that I really needed to study human relationships and customer service and make sure that I was interacting in a very beneficial manner with my customers so they understood that I really cared about them. So toward that end, I read a book that I suggest to all of you it's a classic by a famous author and teacher of customer service and sales strategies, Dale Carnegie, and it's from his book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. So this is just one excerpt. I highly recommend you grab this book, no matter how long you've been in the business or no matter how many wonderful relationships you have, because I think you'll find this helpful. This is from a chapter entitled, Do This and You'll Be Welcome Anywhere. So it says, why read this book to find out how to win friends? Why not study the technique of the greatest winner of friends the world has ever known? Who is he? You may meet him tomorrow morning down the street. When you get within 10 feet of him, he will begin to wag his tail. If you stop and pat him, he will almost jump out of his skin to show you how much he likes you. And you know that behind this show of affection on his part, there is no ulterior motives. He doesn't want to sell you any real estate. He doesn't want to marry you. Did you ever think that a dog is the only animal that doesn't have to work for a living? A hen has to lay eggs, a cow has to give milk, and a canary has to sing. But a dog makes his living by giving you nothing but love. When I was 5 years old, my father bought a little yellow-haired pup for 50 cents. He was the light and joy of my childhood. Every afternoon about 4:30, he would sit in the front yard with his beautiful eyes staring steadfastly at the path, and as soon as he heard my voice or saw me swinging my dinner pail through the buckbrush, he was off like a shot, racing breathlessly up the hill to greet me with leaps of joy and barks of sheer ecstasy. Tippy was my constant companion for 5 years. Then one tragic night, I shall never forget it, he was killed within 10 feet of my head, killed by lightning. Tippy's death was the tragedy of my boyhood. You never read a book on psychology, Tippy. You didn't need to. You knew by some divine instinct that you can make more friends in 2 months by becoming genuinely interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. Let me repeat that. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. Yet I know, and you know, people who blunder through life trying to wigwag other people into becoming interested in them. Of course, it doesn't work. People are not interested in you. They're not interested in me. They're interested in themselves, morning, noon, and after dinner. The New York Telephone Company made a detailed study of telephone conversations to find out which word is the most frequently used. You guessed it, it's the personal pronoun I. I. It was used 3,900 times in 500 telephone conversations. I. Well, I could go on. The whole book is wonderful, but please take away from it this point. As you work hard to bring the best service to your customers, including using Soap Free Procyon for the healthiest cleaning that can be found and the best air quality for your customers, people want to know that you are interested in them. So the way I put this to use is, be like Tippy, be like a dog. Tell people that you are interested in them and show them through your actions and your service how much you care. It's about them, not about you. No, this hasn't been a technical discussion or sharing today, but I think that when you combine it with your already sincere hard work as technicians in carpet cleaning, you're going to find that this greatly enhances your repeat business, the satisfaction of your customers, and your success and happiness. That's it for this week. This is JP from Procyon wishing you a healthy, soap-free, wonderful week. Take care.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Soap Free Podcast. Make sure to visit our website, soapfreeprocyon.com, where you can learn more about amazing soap-free cleaning products. Be sure to subscribe to the show in iTunes, Google, Spotify, or iHeartRadio so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Thanks so much for that effort. Until next time.